Continues here on Newsroom Africa Channel 405. The city of Johannesburg has launched its Easter safety campaign ahead of the Easter holidays. This is in anticipation of the high volumes of traffic during this weekend. Mayor Jeff Makubo joins us now on that conversation. Mayor, good evening and thank you very much for your time tonight on the news feed late night. As far as your strategy is concerned, what are the extra measures you're putting in place in the city to ensure that people adhere to COVID-19 regulations during this time?
Good evening to your viewers and good evening to you. We are putting measures in place that very few of our officers are taking leave this weekend. Of course, our intervention is twofold. One is to ensure Easter road safety because the traffic volumes this weekend are bound to increase. But secondly, we still have to enforce the national state of disaster regulations for people to conform to the regulations as pronounced by the minister.
Talk about those regulations as announced by the minister. What is the understanding of the city and the officers in the city around the transportation of alcohol?
Well, the alcohol won't be transported this weekend. If you find alcohol in your car, we are going to fine you and we are going to confiscate the alcohol.
That's the city's understanding of what the regulations are saying. There seems to be some confusion around whether or not you are allowed to transport that. I mean, are you aware of that confusion?
Well, the regulations are clear. Off-site consumption is prohibited from tomorrow till Tuesday. Only on-site consumption in restaurants that is permitted. So anything that is transported from one place to the other will be it's not allowed, and don't be conforming to the regulations.
All right. Let's talk about mass gatherings as well. I mean, there are, of course, some who are looking at the regulations, particularly those of religious nature, and they're looking at them as too restrictive. I mean, what is the word from the city around those gatherings?
I mean, we support what the president announced and what the minister announced. You'll realize that at least this time they've increased the numbers to 500 inside and 1,000 outside. Really to give the churches a breather because churches have been constrained and our communities and people have been constrained in worshipping for the past year. So this Easter holidays, at least the president has allowed a bit of leeway for churches to operate. Now these are potential super spreaders. Hence, the night vigils and overnight services are prohibited. So I think the churches must, it's a give and take situation. They've complied so far, and I urge them to comply going forward.
Right. On the pressure points, particularly moving in and out of the province, what are you going to do there to minimize the impact?
Fortunately, we are landlocked in Gauteng, so we're not bordering any province. Northwest will be with the West Rand, and Tshwane with Limpopo and Mpumalanga. Ekurhuleni with Natal. So we, by the time people come to Johannesburg, they pass through other municipalities. Of course, we will be having roadblocks throughout the city on the highways. The N1 definitely will be closing it down and having a roadblock there. The N1, both the south and the northern parts. The Bike 1, all major highways and arterials will be policed there this weekend.
Mayor Makubo, I appreciate your time and thank you very much for joining us tonight. That is Mayor Jeff Makubo there, outlining the city's campaign, road safety campaign in particular, as we head into the Easter weekend. Government